students, welcome you all. Today we will learn the new concept called skew lines or non-coplanar lines. Skew lines or non-coplanar lines are the lines which are neither intersecting nor parallel. Okay. And you know, when the two lines are in two dimension, suppose this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is two dimensional. Okay. Here in 2D, the lines may be parallel or it may be intersecting. But in 3 dimension, such lines are exist which are neither intersecting nor parallel. So see, this is your 3-dimensional coordinate axes. This is your x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Suppose I will draw one line here. This is a line L1 which is lying in xy plane. Okay, this is lying in xy plane. Now I will draw one more line. This is a line L2 which is lying in xz plane. Xz plane. And this is a line which is in xy plane. Look at this, both the lines, whether they are intersecting. No, because this is lying in xz plane and this is lying in xy plane. Okay, but when you extend this, okay, it looks like they are intersecting, but actually they are not intersecting. So the skew lines comes the new concept in 3-dimension geometry, but such lines are not exist in 2D. The skew lines are not present in 2-dimension axes, but the skew lines or non-coplanar lines are present in 3-dimension. And here we have to find the distance between two skew lines, because in our surrounding all the things are in 3D. In engineering, we require to find the distance between the two lines. So when the concept comes skew lines, we have to calculate the distance between the two lines. Distance between two skew lines. We now determine the shortest distance between two skew lines in the following way. Let L1 and L2 be two skew lines with equations given as R1 is equals to A1 plus lambda B1 vector and R2 vector is equals to A2 plus mu B2 vector, where the equation of first line having the point S on the line L1 with the position vector A1, and this line is parallel to the vector B1, so its line vector becomes lambda B1. And also this is the equation of line L2 having the point capital T on this line with the position vector A2, and this line is parallel to the vector B2. So therefore, its line vector becomes mu B2. Then the magnitude of the shortest distance vector will be equal to that of the projection of line ST along the direction of line of shortest distance. If PQ, P is any point on the line L1 and Q is any point on the line L2, then this PQ vector is the shortest distance vector between the line L1 and L2, where this, I will join this PQ first. It being perpendicular to both, that is vector B1 and vector B2. So here the P is perpendicular to line vector and this is also perpendicular to line vector L2. And if I taken its direction as n unit vector and its distance is d, small d, the unit vector n cap along PQ would be therefore defined as lambda B1 cross mu B2 is equals to magnitude of lambda B1 into magnitude of mu B2 into cos 90 degree, because it is a perpendicular, so it is cos 90 degree into n unit vector. It becomes n unit vector is equals to cos 90 is 1, so n unit vector is equals to lambda B1 cross mu B2 divided by magnitude of lambda B1 into magnitude of mu B2. Okay, here the lambda and mu are constants, so arbitrary constant, it get cancelled. You will get the n unit vector is equals to B1 cross B2 divided by magnitude of B1 into magnitude of B2. Okay. Take this as equation 1, this as equation 2 and this as equation 3. And also we know that this PQ is a vector. Then vector PQ is equals to, PQ means it is a vector, it is having both magnitude as well as direction. This PQ is having the magnitude as d and direction as n unit vector. So take this one as equation 4, where d is the magnitude of the shortest distance vector, and also d, this can written as d is equals to magnitude of st or st into cos theta, because this, where theta is the angle between the line st and line PQ. Suppose our PQ is here, okay, so this is our PQ and this is a theta, okay, so theta is angle between the line st and line PQ. Suppose if I taken this st is here, okay, so this gives you the theta, okay, where theta is the angle between the vector st and vector PQ. Therefore the d is equals to, we can calculate d is equals to as st into cos theta, okay. So here d is equals to st. So how to find the cos theta, where theta is the angle between the line vector PQ and vector st. So this can be written as vector PQ dot vector st divided by magnitude of PQ into magnitude of st. So this gives you cos theta. Here you see this is a st, magnitude of st and magnitude of st get cancelled. You will get d is equals to mod of vector PQ dot vector st divided by vector, that is magnitude of the vector PQ. Now see, we know the st. How to find the vector st? That is, we know vector st is equals to position vector of T minus position vector of S. What is the position vector of T? Is vector 2 and the position vector of S as A1 vector. So I will substitute here, that is vector ST is equals to A2 minus A1. Now substitute this ST vector in this equation. We get D is equals to mod of PQ, mod of vector PQ dot A2 minus A1, that is position vector of S and position vector of T respectively written here. That is A2 minus A1, vector ST is equals to A2 minus A1 divided by magnitude of vector PQ. And also from the equation 2, we have the vector PQ. So substitute here. From equation 2, we write the vector PQ as D into n unit vector dot A2 minus A1 divided by here magnitude of PQ. That is PQ is D n unit vector. Then what we will get? That is position magnitude of PQ. We get only D, because unit vector always having the magnitude as 1. So on substituting we only get D. So here numerator D, denominator D get cancelled. We get D is equals to mod of n cap dot A2 minus A1, that is vector A2 minus vector A1. And also from the equation 3, we have the value of n unit vector. Now we substitute that here. So D is equals to, we get mod of B1 cross B2, that is vector B1 cross vector B2 dot A2 minus A1 divided by magnitude of vector B1 into magnitude of vector B2. In the simple way, we can write this one as D is equals to mod of vector B1 cross vector B2 dot vector A2 minus vector A1 whole divided by mod of B1 cross B2. Both are same. So here magnitude of B1 into magnitude of B2, this can be written as magnitude of B1 cross B2, where the angle theta is 90 degree, it is equals to 1. So therefore we write this one as in this manner. So this is the required formula for calculating the shortest distance between two skew lines L1 and L2 in vector form. This is in vector form. Shortest distance between two skew lines in Cartesian form. So I will take the two lines in Cartesian form as the line L1 as x minus x1 by a1 is equals to y minus of y1 by b1 is equals to z minus of z1 by c1, and the line L2 as x minus of x2 by a2 is equals to y minus of y2 by b2 is equals to z minus of z2 by c2. So these are the two skew lines. So already we calculated the shortest distance between two skew lines in vector form. So we have the formula, that is D is equals to vector b1 cross b2 dot a2 minus a1 whole divided by magnitude of vector b1 cross vector b2. For vector form, we have the formula D is equals to A2 vector minus A1 vector dot B1 cross B2 divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2. Here you can take this one as first and this one as second, because A dot B is equals to B dot A. Okay. So here the vector A1 as x1i plus y1j plus z1k, and vector B1 as a1i plus b1j plus c1k, substitute here, and the vector A2 as x2i plus y2j plus z2k, and vector B2 as a2i plus b2j plus c2k, substitute here. You will get D is equals to x2 minus x1i vector, that is a2 minus a1, x2 minus x1i vector plus y2 minus y1j vector plus z2 minus z1k vector, that is unit vector we are taking, dot b1 cross b2. We know how to calculate the b1 cross b2. It is determinant of is I, j, k is always you have to write, and this b1 here as a1 b1 c1, the vector b1 as a1 b1 c1 is a1i plus b1j plus c1k. So I written here the coefficients of I, j, k respectively, and the b2 vector here as a2i plus b2j plus c2k. Substitute here its coefficient I, j, k respectively as a2 b2 c2 whole divided by, so calculate the magnitude of b1 cross b2. This is b1 cross b2. Then how to find its magnitude? Then find its magnitude as, first find its determinant that gives you b1 cross b2. I will write here the b1 cross b2. First row, first column deleted. I vector into b1 c2 minus b2 c1 minus j vector first row second column deleted, a1 c2 minus a2 c1 plus, it is k vector. This is expanded, I am expanding here along first row, so I, j, k. So k vector first row third column deleted. You will get this one as a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now we have to calculate its magnitude. How to find the magnitude of this b1 cross b2? This square, coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j square plus coefficient of k square. So substitute here, it is root of b1 c2 minus b2 c1 whole square plus a1 c2 minus a2 c1 whole square plus a1 b2 minus a2 b1 whole square. So this is the distance d in Cartesian form. Again we have to do the dot product of these two. We get by using the properties of determinant, it's I dot I, j dot j, k dot k is equals to 1. Okay, so we get d is equals to, so determinant x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 Z2 minus Z1. This one as A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 whole divided by root of B1 C2 minus B2 C1 whole square plus A1 C2 minus A2 C1 whole square plus A1 B2 minus A2 B1 whole square. So this is the required formula for distance between two skew lines in Cartesian form. So we have to take this one as mod because always distance is positive. Thank you.